we were married to the restaurant for 20 years. We, so we this was our way out to kind of get our life back, And since then, we do really well. We get to pick and choose our days we work. Our rating went from our restaurant at a 4.8 stars to 5 stars now that we're on the truck. Yeah. So, and we don't know any other restaurant that does a 5-star rating at all.
That's awesome.
So we use Facebook as our social media. We update, she does updates every week on where we're going to be and what we're doing. And people have just done reviews, and it jumped up just about a week or two ago. It jumped us up to 5-star status. So
that's when we've been now having people call about possible franchising because they see that 5-star rating and they don't see that anywhere. Yeah. So we're thinking.
And this is your brand, right? You guys created this.
Yes.
And how long have you guys been doing this?
In 2005 we created this.
18.
Nice.
In 2005.
So people are reaching out about franchising.
Yes, we've had emails and letters. They've seen our reviews on Yelp.
As
Urban
soon as we went to
Spood.
5 stars, it started.
And now they're sending us possible franchise opportunities. If we're interested, give them a call type thing. So
that may be our next step.
Right.
That's
Very
our goal
cool.
for our next step.
Heck yeah, and then you can basically become owners, part owners if you have the franchise going, right? Without actually having to
still get royalties and stuff like that. See, we got out of the restaurant industry because we were married to it for 20 years, and employees calling sick, we got to be there. So it was time for us to find an easier way. Our motto was we're going to work smarter, not harder.
Right.
In 2021, and that's when we got
an RV, bought a side-by-side. So now we spend more time having fun than working.
Yeah, we work the weekends, and so that's it.
How's it compared to having the storefront?
It's way better, less headache. The sales are good. The profit margin is higher than in the restaurant because you don't have the overhead.
Right.
We don't have all the employees. We don't have the big rental payment. My electricity is that generator and $10 in gas.
That's awesome.
So it's worked out really good for us. It's made us a happier life and a happier wife. So
a happy wife, happy life, right?
But thanks to Fund&Grow, they helped us. We made it happen, and we've used them again, and we've actually done twice. So we were pursuing another business adventure, but we kind of just pulled away from that and started focusing more on this again. So we'll see exactly where this takes us.
So it was in June, you said, that you guys got out of the storefront and you started with so did you use the credit to buy this truck?
Yes, we did. We
awesome.
bought this truck with Fund&Grow's
financing.
Yes.
And so did you just swipe the card, or did you have to use plastic to send a wire?
We used plastic to wire.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How easy was that? Was that
It wasn't difficult at all.
Yep. Through that company that you guys actually led us to, Plastique.
Mm-hmm.
They were great. It was a pretty effortless few phone calls, and it was done. I mean,
that's awesome.
I gotta say, working with Fund&Grow was a true pleasure and just effortless on our part.
That's been very easy.
If you don't mind, I'm curious, how much was this thing?
With the smoker full decaled, about $55,000.
55.
Yes. Yeah. Without the smoker and the decals, they're about 35 to 40. The smoker's about eight grand, and then we had our decals, and then all of our stuff inside that we upgraded, shelving and stuff like that.
So you guys saw a significant drop before June, once COVID started getting crazy.
We bought this to do events, but then COVID hit. We were lined up all year to do events, and then COVID hit, so we couldn't do events. So it was her idea to park. Let's park here and see what we can do. We got to pay the bill back. So and we did, and it worked for us. And now business is booming. People are calling us for luncheons, caterings. It's great.
We're not there, they're calling.
Because,
where are you?
It could have been oh no, COVID hit, what are we going to do? We got to shut the business down. Now what are we going to do? But you were able to pivot, basically, and adapt to the times.
If we wouldn't have bought this when COVID hit, we wouldn't be here right now. We would be one of the homeless people out here on the street because
for a job.
Yes,
not what you guys want to be doing, right?
COVID hit, our sale. They closed the dining rooms down in restaurants. Mm-hmm. We had the opportunity to get out of ours. We had a buyer. We got out of our restaurant, and this was just a blessing for us. So it was really.
So did you guys own the place that you were?
We were leasing the property. Yes, we were leasing the property.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. We were in that same location for almost 20 years.
You were probably spending close to what this thing costs every year.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. 30 grand in rent, and then your utilities, and absolutely.
And the employees.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you got a good product, you can make one of these work for you. You really can.
Oh, yeah,
if you got a good
definitely.
product, it's there. The profit margins are there.
And the clean, nice truck is important. We found that at events where people are walking past the rigs to ours, because this rig, it draws their attention to us. That's what we wanted, was something big and nice and clean.
Yeah, they're thinking that this is probably producing a healthier, cleaner plate than some of the beat up beat up trucks. How did you guys find out? I know, like, you guys live in this town in Spring Hill or Brooksville?
Right behind Ari.
Yeah, we're
that's right. You guys are Ari's neighbor.
We're behind him, yeah.
And that's how you heard about Fund&Grow.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, when we moved in, Ari came over and introduced himself to us, and then a day or two later, I called him and gave him some barbecue. And from that point forward, it was a good relationship. So he loved the food.
Sold.
And then we were like, hey. And then we found out what you guys did, and we were like, hey, they could probably help us in our business venture. And
We
it was
reached
just
out to Ari, and he sent
boom.
us to you guys, and this is where we are now.
So you mentioned another business venture. Are you still gonna look into that, or what?
No, we're just doing this
Okay.
full time. Our goal would be next to start the franchising the trucks. That's what we want to do.
maybe even get another truck, run it. You know, we're not sure, but yeah, definitely want to see what we can do as far as expanding this business.
Very cool. And you said you got how much through Fund&Grow, if you don't mind sharing?
We got about 75,000.
75. So you covered the truck and some other expenses.
Oh yeah.
Is that all you spent it on, was the truck, or do you, like, for food or inventory or anything?
A
Or?
little bit of everything.
A little bit of
Yeah.
everything to get rolling, to get the truck rolling. We went ahead and did that because it was an interest-free loan. So let's utilize the funds and you know, try to get it paid off before the interest kicked in, and,
Right.
and that was the plan, and that's what happened. So it was a great business deal there. So
Did any of the cards? Did you get any, like, rewards?
oh yes,
Because you spend
must
that
rewards.
kind of money.
Yes.
That's a good amount of rewards.
We
you
did
We
get
were-
rewards, yes.
We did. We used our rewards to pay the bill, you know, to put back towards the payment in most cases.
Right.
But we
Or to
did
cover the
receive.
plastic charge.
There you
Right,
go.
right.
Any
Yeah, a lot of
miscellaneous
clients are doing that.
charges.
Yeah,
but we
absolutely.
received lots of rewards. Absolutely. When you spend 60, 70 grand and
Yeah.
you know, you're getting 5% or 4% back, then that's really good.
That's so cool. Yeah, well, I'm really glad you guys came out today. You know, we're doing the blood donation. We got the blood truck here, and we invited them out. And now you guys are probably going to be here like once a month, right?
Yes.
On Tuesdays.
Yes.
That's exciting because the brisket is amazing. If there's anyone watching that's in the area here in Spring Hill, Brooksville area, you guys should definitely check them out. Smokin Out BBQ. You guys usually post up right on 19, right?
Yes, at Hexham and 19.
Yeah.
Right next to the Dollar General. We're there Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unless we have catering events or we do festivals and things like that as well.
I was just going to ask you, do you guys do any catering? Do you do like events like?
We just did the Strawberry Festival last weekend,
Oh,
and we
nice.
had a line probably 50 people deep. We sold out in 4 hours
Yeah.
and had to turn about 30 people deep in line away.
Oh, wow.
It was insane. It was really, really busy. It was great. It was great.
That's so cool.
We've got another one at the end of the month, which is the Manatee Festival that they say is supposed to be twice as busy. So we've got to really
Where's that?
prepare for that. That's in Crystal River.
Okay, that's cool. And when is that?
That's the last weekend of the month,
Okay,
Saturday and Sunday.
cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, they say about 20,000 people come out to that, so
Wow.
it's huge.
Is that like similar with the Strawberry Festival?
There's 10 there, so they say it's double, and we were that
Okay.
busy. So
Wow.
we've really got to prepare. We're going to be taking Friday off for this one and
That's
cooking
awesome.
and cooking and cooking.
So one other question before we finish. Did you guys do any of the inquiry removal side of things, or did you have Kadem do the inquiry removal side, where you dispute the inquiries and get them removed?
They actually sent the paperwork over for me to do it, and I just
Okay.
haven't had the time to do that. But we would like to do that and have those
Yeah.
removed if possible. So that's the one thing that's keeping we've got excellent credit scores, but they could be probably upwards of 800 if we could get those couple of inquiries off of there.
Well, what was your score when did your score go up since you've started,
Well,
or
it went up, and then when we used the cards, it went down.
Okay.
And then as we paid them off, it's gone back up.
Now
So we've
we're-
never gone under good credit ever.
Gotcha. Were the accounts that we got you guys, were they business accounts, or was it a mix of personal and business?
One was personal and business, and the rest were business.
Okay. Because usually if they're all business, they won't show up on your personal report. So then when you have the higher debt, it doesn't really matter because it won't show up and it won't bring your scores down. And the inquiries are usually like 2 points each. And that's why, we don't make a huge deal out of removing them, because by the time we apply the next time, 6 months after the initial round of funding, those inquiries don't hold much weight. They only hold weight or impact 120 days from the time that you get them. But what we're going to do, since you guys are local and you guys came out, we'll have Kadem do the inquiry removal side for you. Normally they charge like $250 and then they do the process of getting them removed. But I'll let Jillian know. In fact, I think I just saw her. So I'll let her know to reach out to you guys so that they can carry out that process for you guys. Because I know you guys are busy, and I personally wouldn't want to be bothered doing it either. Cool. Well, do you have any last minute words that you would say to like anyone who's maybe skeptical about doing this, or maybe someone who's in the restaurant business who's struggling right now? Anything you'd like to share?
Well, the thing about the food trucks is people are liking now is they're comfortable with not having to come into an establishment. So that's where the food trucks are huge right now. They can come out and feel comfortable with picking up their food and not worry so much about COVID-19. Where when we had the restaurant, we had people that were so scared they didn't even want to come in and pick up their food. With this, they come to the window, they don't have to come in. It's been very beneficial for us and for our customers that they can still come out and pick up a delicious meal and not have to be afraid. So it's been very beneficial for the food truck.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much again for doing this. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you do like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get reminded of our next video. But we're gonna go ahead and eat some lunch, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Fund and grow!